could've stayed down, figure. Rather die trying than to live like with her. Ooh, yeah, my problem big, but I know God way bigger. What you expect once you level up? Don't you know the boss is bigger? Yeah, used to spend a lot of time daring myself. Then I spend a lot of time comparing myself. Turning to the doubt, then the fear of myself. Overthinking to the point I wasn't pairing myself. Now I know why Chappelle went missing. Now I know why Brick got the Clippers. Now I know why Ye started tripping. The pressure and the expectation get ya. Oh, hell, if they don't like it, I might turn up by myself. Hey, no, I don't need opinion, no, I did this for myself. For myself, hey, hey, yeah. Death to my depression and anxiety. Death to all my stress and what I'm trying to be. Ain't no more now. Say when it come. Say it when it go. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as the breath of my lungs. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as this breath of my lungs. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as the breath of my lungs. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as this breath of my lungs. I ain't done. Oh, hell, if they don't like it, I might turn up by myself. Hey, no, I don't need opinion, no, I did this for myself. For myself, hey, hey, yeah. I believe in me, the way that I used to. I believe in me, that's all you need to do. Take the Beyonce, $1 million murder. That's what I'm feeling like, 'cause I know who I am. Death to my depression and anxiety. Death to all my stress and what I'm trying to be. Ain't no more now. Say when it come. Say it when it go. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as the breath of my lungs. I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. As long as this breath of my lungs. I ain't done. Just came out of the winter. Just came out like a winner. Had a breakdown, could've stayed down, figure. Rather die trying than to live like with her. Ooh, yeah, my problem big, but I know God way bigger. What you expect once you level up? Don't you know the boss is bigger? Yeah, used to spend a lot of time daring myself. Then I spend a lot of time comparing myself. Turning to the doubt, then the fear of myself. Overthinking to the point I wasn't pairing myself. Now I know why Chappelle went missing. Now I know why Brick got the Clippers. Now I know why Ye started tripping. The pressure and the expectation get ya. Oh, hell, if they don't like
Hello,
What's
Audacious
up, everybody?
youth! How are you doing? We are back again another Friday.
Oh, back again.
Number 16, I have heard. Wait, let me
You
check.
believe that?
Number 16, I am
16
correct.
weeks.
How are you doing, Georgia?
I'm doing very well. As you can see, it's not Molly this week.
This
I'm
is not
Georgia,
Molly.
if you don't know me. And this is Greg, right?
Who is Greg?
Who's
I
that
don't
guy?
I don't know who she's talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my name's Ethan.
Ethan over here.
I'm an alright guy. But I also thought we've got two hosts, that's fairly standard. But I thought I would introduce to you a new character to the pre-show.
Come on. Who
so
is
here
he?
comes.
Who is he?
Drum roll, please.
Oh!
This is Richard
Hey!
the Rooster. This is my best mate. We've got very close over lockdown, you know.
Oh,
Georgia.
really? What have you guys been doing together?
The question isn't what haven't we been doing together. The question is, yeah, we've just been hanging out, you know.
Hanging out, chilling,
Yeah, it's been pretty
quarantining.
good. It's been pretty good. But that's enough for Richard. They're all doing good.
Yeah.
But Georgia, what have we got coming up tonight?
Well, you guys know the drill. What we're going to start off with is a warm-up question to just get
Ooh.
everybody feeling the vibe,
Get
feeling
your
the
stretches out.
mood. So, Eth, what question is it?
Well,
the first one?
we've done biscuits.
Yeah.
We've done movies. But what we thought we'd do today is, what is the top social media platform?
Oh, the big
Now,
battle is
I
here.
know most of us have been spending way too much time on social media, probably,
Yeah,
right?
it's
If
a
we're being
given.
vulnerable and honest, you know, this is an open space in pre-show.
Yeah.
So, I thought we'd list three. And these
Three?
are the only three you should be using. Insta. Whoa,
Yeah.
little voice break there. I'm sorry, guys. TikTok
Yeah.
and Twitter.
Come on now.
If you are voting Twitter, I'm sorry, but you are way too old.
You're like
You
fossils.
are totally too
Using
old.
Twitter.
But the way to vote is vote space Twitter, Insta, or TikTok.
TikTok. That's
TikTok
right.
is
The
spelled
third one.
T-I-K.
So
T-O-K.
what's everyone been using? Ethan, which one have you been using the most?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have been using a lot of TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I've
me
got
too.
my Renegade. Do you wanna see it?
Oh, do it. Come on now. It's a big moment right now. Applause in the comments. Come on now.
The results are gonna come in any second now. I can see a lot of
Keep
Instagrams.
voting, people.
Who have we got in here? Abby Watling's voting Twitter. Abby, I didn't think you'd be a Twitter user.
Oh, we've got a lot of TikTok in the chat as well.
Emma, if someone votes MSN, the poll is now
Oh, it's
closed.
closed. And what is the results, people?
Drum roll, please. Oh. And the winner, undeniably, 66% to TikTok.
TikTok
Honestly.
has won the
Now,
poll.
this is what I want to quickly ask. Georgia Barrett, you would be lying if you said you've never watched TikTok.
Oh, of course I would.
And
be
you'd
lying.
also probably be lying if you said you've never learnt a dance. So, Georgia
Oh.
Barrett, I would love to see your best TikTok dance right now. So, Georgia, what have you got for us?
Okay.
Mic down, please.
Guys, everyone, I better see some encouraging comments in the chat, so give me a
Here
second.
she goes. The punches that you roll with, you got to keep me focused. You wanna say so? Woo! Round
Thank
of
you very
applause in the
much,
comments, please.
everybody. I brought the fire right there.
There you
didn't
go,
I?
and that's what we've got for you. But let's skip messing about here, guys.
Second question, people. Second
We're-
question.
We're going intense. So, we've done region leader votes.
Yeah.
But we thought we would pick two random leaders who don't know this is coming.
It's going to be a complete mystery, everybody.
From Manchester and from our Chester campus.
But we're not going to tell them who they are yet.
You are so correct, Georgia. We are not going to tell you until after we have voted for the forfeit, which they're going to do.
After. So, guys, get back into those comments. The poll is open. Put ! vote Chester or Manchester. So get in the comments,
Chester
people.
or
Comments,
Manchester.
not the votes.
! vote space Chester or Manchester. Let's see what you're thinking. And they are
Get
doing a
voting,
forfeit. You are
people.
not voting for the person you don't want to do a forfeit. You are voting for the person who you want to do a forfeit.
Put those votes in, Chester or Manchester. Go.
And all of you leaders out there who are thinking, oh, I'm going to get my leaders. No, it could be you.
It could be you, so you never know. You never know.
Carrie Smith out there, I can see you. It could
Oh, I
be
see
you
a
as
lot
well.
of Chester going on right now.
Just making that clear. Alex Shelton, it could be you.
Could
Who else
be
we got in
you.
there? Dan Atkins. Dan
Come on
Atkins
now.
still hasn't learned the format.
Uh-oh.
It's !vote space
Exclamation mark, people, don't
Chester
forget that.
or Manchester.
Oh,
So
there's
the
a lot
vote's
of
coming
Chester,
in.
guys.
Chester is coming in hot.
It
I'm
is
not going to
coming
lie
in
to you.
hot. Oh.
I'm not. Lee Brown is saying, do not vote Chester. Who else we got? Come on. Josh
Okay.
Cocker's voting Manchester.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Manchester as well. What can it be? It could be 50-50.
At all.
It could
Who
be
else we got?
50-50. Oh. Lydia voting Chester. Hevelyn voting Manchester.
Johnny
Oh, it's
Whitaker's
still
voting
mixed.
Chester.
Still mixed.
Not at all. We've not got many votes. Oh, here they are.
Oh, it's coming
Wow,
in.
Manchester's just coming so hot.
It
That is
coming hot.
unbelievable. Josh Hall's voting Manchester. That's a smart man.
Yeah.
That is a smart man. He knows it could be him, so he isn't gonna risk it. So this is what we're gonna do.
What are we going to do?
We are gonna
Ethan?
close the vote here.
Close.
So any more votes from now will not count.
Cannot vote anymore, guys.
And
So
I can
stop.
reveal to you the location which has won.
Reveal. Come on, Ethan. You ready?
I'd like a solid drum roll,
5,
please, from Georgia. Or a
4,
countdown. Let's go countdown.
3, 2.
Manchester
Hey!
has won the vote. So, all of you Manchester leaders out there who are very nervous, get ready.
It could be one of you. You never know.
They're going to find out
Yeah, after the third question.
after the third question.
So it's a bit of a mystery to keep you on your toes. Isn't that right, Ethan?
That's so right. Now, Georgia,
Yeah.
what forfeits have we done?
Well, with the forfeits, we've decided we've done the eggs, we've done the
eggs,
flour,
we've done the
but we're
flour.
going to take it up another level this week. So, Ethan, why don't you give us the first forfeit? What is it?
Well, to pre-warn whoever this Manchester person is, who's probably not going to be very happy with the forfeit.
That's for sure.
Me and Georgia I called Georgia and I was like, Georgia, what do you reckon we should do? You know, Georgia's first time doing pre-show. I thought, Georgia, like, why don't you
My
come up
first
with the
time.
punishments? Georgia went straight savage. Like, I'm thinking we're going to be on par with eggs. No,
What can I
Georgia took
say?
it next
What
level.
can I say?
So, the first one we have got. This is called the fake tan challenge.
Oh.
Now, this person has to fake tan half of their face. Whether they want to fake tan the top half, the bottom half, the right side, or the left side. You can do diagonals, you can do whatever you want.
To be fair though, it'd be nice because we're letting them choose what to do on their
They
face.
can choose,
really.
you know what, we thought we'd give
Would be
you
nice, yeah.
some
Yeah.
options. Now, this person is so oblivious that it's them is the best bit. As well as this, we thought we'd throw in the second one to Georgia. Why don't you hit us with this?
Now here's the second one, guys. So I need you to all get ready for what I'm about to say. The second forfeit is we're gonna cover this person in honey.
Ooh.
Cover them fully in honey. And we're gonna throw
Head to toe.
what else but feathers on them.
Feathers.
We're gonna throw feathers on them so they stick to this person's body, and then they're gonna have to do a chicken dance.
But
Of course.
guys, they're gonna have to do a chicken dance. But who? But I
Who
don't
is
know
it?
what. Molly stood there.
Molly,
do you know
do you
what
know
a
who
chicken
it
looks
is?
like? I don't. So Georgia, could you give us an example of what a chicken looks like when it's
Ethan,
dancing?
I think we need to do it together. It's
I'll
only
do,
right.
I'll do it together. So here we go. Here's my chicken dance.
Exactly
And
like
that is
that,
what.
everyone.
That is what. So, be voting. Exclamation mark, vote, fake tan, all one word, or exclamation mark, vote.
Chicken, is it?
Honey.
Honey,
Vote
that's right.
honey.
Honey, not chicken,
So
everyone.
get your votes in. The vote is now open.
Come on,
Amy
guys,
Smith
put it
just
in the
voted
chat.
Georgia. Now,
Why
whether that means we just make Georgia a forfeit next week, I don't know.
Mate, that's
My
not
hand is up
okay.
for that one.
So,
Vote.
exclamation mark, vote, space, chicken, or
No,
honey.
exclamation
no, not
mark,
chicken.
vote, space, honey.
Honey!
Or exclamation mark, vote, space, fake tan.
So honey or fake tan,
fake
guys,
tan.
put
Fake
it in the
tan, all
comments.
one word.
Not chicken, for anyone that's commented chicken, don't do that. It's honey.
We've got a lot of vote honeys.
Oh.
We've got
Someone
some
put
vote fake
hooney.
tans.
Who put hooney in the chat instead of honey?
Wow, that's an interesting one.
That isn't.
Lily Rowlands voting honey.
Oh, we've got a few fake
Alex
tans
Shelton's
as well.
voting honey.
Kimberly's
We've got a
voted
lot of
fake
fake tans suddenly coming.
Oh, lots of
Who else
honey.
we got?
Josh Hall's put
Jefferson,
honey.
Jeff the Fresh. How are you doing, pal?
All the
Amy Brooks
votes
Smith
are coming
voting
in
fake
now.
tan. Well, I can reveal 30 seconds left on the vote.
Come on now.
30 seconds left. Georgia, what are you thinking right now?
I think that honey's gonna win, you know? I hope it does.
I'm hoping honey
hope
does
it
win,
does.
but
It's
I
gonna be
also
the
reckon
best video.
I also reckon fake tan could be a pretty interesting one.
Do you think?
Especially because I know who the person is.
It's true.
It's the
It
best
will
bit
make
of all
it
of
very
this.
interesting.
And I'm going to give you a little hint here. He doesn't know
Oh,
who
oh,
he is. Yeah.
he,
He
it's a
doesn't
guy.
know. And I'm so excited. We've got a lot of fake tans coming in. So the vote is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is closed.
We are done. So stop voting, everybody.
The votes are in. And I can reveal it is a shocking result.
So why don't we do this way? You vote who won the forfeit, and I'll vote the person that did it. Not vote. Say the person that did it.
So,
Okay, go.
I didn't expect this, I'm not gonna lie to you when we wrote these up.
Mm-hmm.
But the winner of the forfeit is
Oh.
fake tanning half of your face.
Oh.
Now, I'm not talking washable, I'm talking permanent, 2 weeks minimum. And Georgia, I am so excited to
Come
reveal
on.
this person. I
Who
am
is it?
so excited.
Come on,
to
give me a drum
reveal
roll. Give me a
This
drum roll.
person. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna get him up behind us, socially distance away. So,
It is Joel
Joel
Richards.
Richards.
Come on to the
Joel
stage,
Richards,
Joel.
come and join us.
We're 2 meters
Come and
apart.
join us, Joel. Come on,
Joel.
come on. We've not got long. We've not got long.
Get down
We have not got
here.
long. Social
Keep
distance,
2
please, of
meters
course.
apart though, because social
Following
distancing
all government
is key.
guidelines. A little jog.
Come on down. It is Joel
Hurry up,
Richards,
Joel, come on.
everybody.
We've not
So
got all
get
day.
ready for that
Joel
video
Richards,
next week.
He is going to be fake tanning half of his face.
What a legend.
What
We love you, Joel.
legend of the faith.
What a
Pastor
legend.
Andrew is so happy. But that is all we've got for you.
Yes.
That is all we've got for you.
That is all,
So,
guys.
Georgia, have you loved it?
Yes, I have.
I
Thank
am
you,
so
guys.
excited
You
for
were
tonight.
Awesome.
We have got praise, worship, everything coming up. So,
Stay tuned, everybody.
stay tuned. So much more to come. We love you guys. Peace out. Cop the merch. 19th of July is the end date. Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Why is it spicy?
Hey, Audacious Youth Online. It's great to see you tonight. Welcome to Youth Online, the place to be on a Friday night.
To be here.
My name's Lee, and this is my beautiful wife, Lizandre. We don't need the social distance because we're married. If you're looking to not social distance with someone,
Get
gents,
married.
put a ring on it. Come on, what are you waiting for? Put a ring on it. Anyway, it's great to have you with us tonight. We want to do some shout-outs, don't we, babe? Shout-outs
Yes.
to some of the regions.
Some regional shout-outs. This is personally my favorite time of Audacious Youth Online. So we're going to go Chester first.
Chester
drop us some
in
lines
the
if you're from
chat.
Chester.
Chester, where are you? Let's see you
Abby
comments
Watling,
going
don't spam
wild.
that feed.
Yeah, Watling, don't get banned this week. That is the goal. Don't get banned. Great to have you with us tonight, Chester. And why don't we go switch from Chester to go up north?
North. Say hi if you're from the north.
North, let's see you in the chat. Amazing. Hey, North, great to have you with us.
And why don't you say hi if you're from the south?
Oi, oi. Closest
Hello.
to Chester. Kind of tied towards us, but kind of not really. Hey, South, let's see you in the chat. Go crazy. Welcome to Youth Online tonight. And we've got 2 more to go. Let's see
Let's
you
go east.
in the east.
Yes, East region. Drop us a hi if you're there.
Oi, oi, east. Love you. Great to have you with us. And last but not least, let's see you if you're from the west.
West.
Drop it in the chat. West, great to have you with us. Welcome to Youth Online. And also, you might have seen it on the Instagram, but there's some merch has come out.
Oh, my days, guys. Have you
Wow.
seen the merch?
It is on point.
I would like to say I think it looks spicy.
It looks spicy, Lizanne says. We got t-shirts, we've got hoodies. The link is coming up in the chat right now. Go ahead and check them out. But the merch is only out until the 19th. Sunday the 19th. You
Don't
make sure
miss out.
you put your order in before then, because once the 19th happens, it's gone. Like, no more t-shirts, no more hoodies. It is gone. And stocks are in short supply, so make sure you go ahead and buy it tonight. Don't miss out. You don't want to be rocking around when we meet again without a t-shirt or a hoodie.
No.
It's just not going to look
What are
good,
you going to
man.
go for, Lee?
I'm going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah, me too. I
T-shirts.
love those t-shirts. They look so good.
Going to rock the Seen Known Love t-shirts. Well, youth, great to have you with us tonight. Why don't you go ahead and stay tuned for an incredible program coming right up. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Audacious Youth Vlogs, where we use efficiency in the most efficient way that we can. This is why we have the fan here. Very dramatic. Oh, it worked! Let's go! It works! Oh, we're so efficient!
I know exactly where it is. No. Yes. Yes. Got right on it. Good game. Yeah, good game.
Henry, you want to try?
And then it goes. And a pat down challenge. How quickly can you say the alphabet?
Hi, Amy Brooke Smith. How are you? Great. What do you want to tell the people? Oh, interesting.
You're not holding it right.
Oh.
You need to make sure the head's actually in the shot. My head was like this. I was like cancer.
Yeah, we like that. That's a vibe.
Is it vibe?
It's a vibe.
We are teaching him well. So he is
Look at
going
the
to be
lens.
focused. When you bring other people into the vlog camera, make sure the head is also in it. There you
Even
go.
if you aren't in it. There we go.
There we go.
Do you think you're ready?
So ready.
Are you willing to take the responsibility?
You know,
of
I
having...
I consider myself as the kind of guy that just takes things
Yeah.
in the stride. So, you know, I'm ready.
Okay, it's Friday and we're back with...
Have we not
Shout
started
Night.
yet?
Oh, okay.
Alright, heads together, boys.
Have a chip.
What's mine is yours. You got a chip?
Let me turn up and back and ask you that same question. Have a chip. Yeah. Just in man's faith in the unseen. I mean, man's honesty.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, ah! Oh, crap!
Thanks for the nomination, Audacious Youth. I am not happy about it. I don't know why Karis isn't doing this, and naturally next week you write Karis. I can't breathe. I need more. Get in the hose pipe. Get in the hose pipe. No! Ah! Get off! Stop it! I'm just very unhappy.
Hello, Audacious You!
Hello again.
I'm Karis and this is Lysandre. And we have got a challenge for you. Obviously, we're super excited about that, aren't we?
I don't know how I've landed on this stage.
Also,
how has this happened?
I feel like we've been like grasped into this.
I've been avoiding it for so long and now I've got stuck with. What are we doing, Karis?
I think it's a chili challenge,
Oh.
Lysandre. So we need you guys in the chat to save us. So we're gonna, we've got a couple of questions and we're gonna do something and you've got to vote who thinks the best.
Yeah, who you think is best.
So Lysandre, what's the first question?
The first question, Karis, is what is your signature dance move?
Okay, right, so we're gonna do your dance move and you've got to tell us in the chat who you think is the best. Okay, shall I go first then?
You go first, yeah.
I just learnt this one, are you ready?
Oh. Wow, that's a long dance move.
Sorry guys, couldn't quite remember how it went, but there you go. Okay, over to you, Lysandre. Beat that.
My dance move is called the Lausanne. It's been known that for years. So
She
guys,
has
are you
her own
ready?
dance move.
It goes like this.
I mean, I just... Oh. All right, you
It's
guys.
like the floaty arms.
Okay, so who deserves to eat the chili? So who had the better dance move and therefore has to eat the chili?
No, it's the other way, right? The worst dance move.
I'm just
eats
really
the
scared
chilies.
right now. Okay, just want to shout us the results. Who's voted, Lysandre or Karis? What are we doing? It's too difficult. All right, okay. Do you need it again? Do you need us to show you some more moves? What we got? We'll keep doing some actions. I mean, you guys know I got some. You know. What are we saying? What are we saying, team?
I think, Karis, I think it's going to be you. I hope. Me?
What, Lysandre
Does
being the
that
best? Yeah, I saw it.
Right.
You ready? Let's take the blue pill. Okay. Red chili. Red chili. Here we go. We haven't even got any drinks. Oh, you guys. Okay.
Is it hot straight away? Do you want to know a confession? I've actually never eaten the chili in my whole entire life. I don't know if I should admit that or not. But I've never had a chili, so I don't even know what to expect tonight. Maybe I could have just avoided full stop. So
Okay,
guys,
what's next?
help me.
What's the next question?
Next question is, what is your favorite Netflix series? If you can
Parks
get it
and
out.
Recreation, you guys. I've been watching. What's yours, Andrew?
What was yours, sorry?
Parks and Recreation.
Oh, I've not
it's
heard
really
of that
funny.
one.
You've got to watch
Mine
it.
has got to be the good old faithful Friends. You could just chuck it on at any given point in time, and I will always be cracking up. Paris is struggling.
Ah, you guys. I mean, I feel like you're going to win again.
So why didn't you let us know? Whose series do you prefer? My Friends or Paris's
Parks and Recreation. You guys, it is funny, but I mean, I feel like I should do a little lowdown on what's going on in my mouth right now. We've got burning sensation. A lot of saliva is being created. It's the back of my teeth. A lot of burning around the gums.
That doesn't sound nice.
Yeah. So
It looks like I have lost somehow.
the results are in.
Not sure how that happened. And if any of you have even heard of Parks and
Recreation. Oh, it's so funny.
Right.
You guys, you got to be on my side, okay?
I'm gonna go for green because it matches my top, but I don't know. Pray for me, guys.
I'm gonna need some
Do you
preparation
think if
for
I
some
just
drinks
swallow it
after
whole,
this.
it won't burn me?
If you swallow it whole, you've got this.
Okay, I swallowed it like a pill.
Oh my gosh, she just
But
swallowed it
the
whole.
front of my tongue, the tips of my tongue.
Oh, is
sting a
that all
little
you
bit,
got?
but
I
I've
proper
currently got the
chewed that. I
chilies
proper
still
chewed
travelling
that.
down my
Oh,
throat
you got
as
away
a
with that
solid
lightly.
mass.
She just swallowed it whole. She's got some skills right there. First chili swallowed whole, gone.
It's probably gonna. No, I can't.
Where's it going? Okay, what was our last
The
question?
last question is, true to lockdown, what is your best "Are you ready" impression? Lockdown statement.
Okay, everyone shout it with me. Are you ready?
That was really good. Okay.
Over to you, Liza.
My chili is still in my throat, so not sure how we're gonna do this. Okay, ready? Are you ready?
All right, who's it going to be for the two chilies? You guys, we are feeling a bit sorry for ourselves. Well, I definitely am. I'm feeling very sorry for
still have
myself.
a chili in my
If I
throat.
give you puppy dog eyes, you know, who needs to eat another chili? My mouth.
I feel like if I eat the next one, I might chew it.
Oh, she's going to chew it, you guys.
Maybe.
She's kind of just said that she's going to chew the next one if she gets picked. I think she wants to be picked.
No.
So-
But whose impression was the best? Tell us what you think.
Oh yeah, probably. I should have gone for a little bit weak. I feel like you had some tactics going on. Savage. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, it
Come
sounds
see,
like
come
it's
sa.
even.
Are we going to go for this together?
Together at the same time. Yeah, let's. Oh, wait, what? I thought you meant saying, are you ready?
No, let's do this together.
Right, the chili. Okay.
Oh, I feel burning in my stomach already.
I'm not. Do it. I'm scared.
Are you ready?
Ooh, that is spicy.
All right, well, that is it, you guys. Sandry's having all the
I've never done
sensations.
this before.
Why don't you try this at home with your family and your siblings? See who's got the best "Are you ready" impression, and who knows what you're gonna go. Over to the next
It's
thing.
very fiery.
Before time began, heaven's masterpiece, you were thinking of me. You were thinking of me. Before I was born, chosen in your grace. Into life you're calling me. Into life you're calling me. In this moment now, you were changing lives forever. Let salvation come. There's no greater meaning. I would be lost without you. Giving my all for this truth. Give the whole world to know you. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. Won't love you, won't Your love itself, everything I need. In your love I am complete. In your love I am complete. I would be lost without you. Giving my all for this truth. Give the whole world to know you. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back. Won't love you, won't love you, won't love you, won't always be with me, you'll never forsake me. Your promises fill my heart. I was lost, I was broken, but you call me chosen. Your love for me never stops. I would be lost without you. Giving my all for this truth. Give the whole world to know you. 'Cause you're so good, I won't look back. Won't love you, won't love you, won't I would be lost without you. Giving my all for this truth. Give the whole world to know you. 'Cause your love's so good, I won't look back.
Tried to run this race alone, but your grace carried me through. Learned to look to your throne. Now your word is my truth. You've conquered every fear inside me. Went into battle, won it all for me. I live in your victory. You overcome, I know that there's more. Face mountains before. Whoa. You overcome, I'm not gonna hide. You're the reason I'm alive. Whoa. You overcome. You've opened my eyes and given me new life.
Audacious Youth Online, hello, good evening, happy Friday. It's great to have you. We are filming a panel this evening, of a panel of heroes, I'm going to call them, because all of them are fantastic. One of them is even TikTok famous. I'll let you guess who that is from their reaction. But honestly, you know, he even raises his hands in worship. So, ladies, there you go. Let's just go around the room, guys, and let's introduce ourselves. So, G, let's start with you, mate.
Hey everybody, I'm Georgia and I'm one of the South region leaders in Manchester.
I'm Ellie. I come from Manchester.
I am Ryan. I am in the West region.
It's not Ethan Keir with that hair. It's actually Gabriel Bates, everybody.
So I'm on youth team Manchester. Represent.
They are all the chat. I can imagine now in my mind's eye, just see the YouTube chat on the side, just being like mostly Abby, just shouting Chester, and then getting automatically banned by the chat bot. And then it is our great pleasure also to have Pastor Gary Garcia all the way. He's flown all the way to his own living room and then used the internet to speak to us on Zoom from Southern California. Pastor Gary, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I am a youth pastor in Orange County, California. I've been a youth pastor for 28 years. The last 2 years, I've also been leading our church as well. And so lots of things to keep busy and working with our students, working with youth pastors here in Orange County and California and different youth groups. So yeah, youth ministry is my calling, my heart, my soul. I love it.
Awesome. And so this panel is part of our series that we're currently in called Legacy. The whole thing of Legacy is it's kind of a big question, and I'm not apologizing for the size of the question, but actually, what do you want your legacy to be? Regardless of how your legacy the legacy you've received, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, you can create your own legacy, and Jesus has a legacy for you, and we get to live in Jesus's legacy because he died on the cross, and then we get to live in that. So this conversation is going to be based around legacy, and then at the end the third question is going to be kind of pointed at a certain area. The first question is what legacy is your life a result of? So almost the question being like, why do you find yourself on a Zoom call for a youth thing that's going to happen and go out on the internet? Whoever's going to watch it is going to watch it. How do you find yourself here? And we're going to start with represent Chester with his Hawaiian shirt on down there.
Yeah, I think growing up, it was really, I grew up in church with family. So for me, like the people who legacy I lived with was my granddad and my mum. So whenever I had like a question or something I was really struggling with, I asked them, and then they would be able to sort of strengthen me in that. Especially with like my granddad, because he's old. So when you ask them something, it's like you don't get something that they might have just learned or just quickly picked up on. They've had to like live through it and like put it into practice as well. In my life, especially recently, I think Lee, Sam Crick and Isaac, they pushed me into like creative and stuff for playing guitar. So I think I have them to thank as well.
I would say for me, it's so much built around the legacy of reaching young people and all of those things, but so much of that is from kind of living in God's plan for my life and figuring that out. Because for a lot of years, especially as a teenager and going into college, my whole plan was really two things. I was going to be a policeman or a fireman, and I'd taken actual classes for both and was on the route, was actually applied for a job and was almost through the process of joining law enforcement here in California when I really felt and understood God's call and God's plan. And his plan and his legacy for my life was totally different from my own. And so it was really so much of what I am now is because I was able to listen and obey God's plan for my life.
Because you sound like you were fairly far down the line of becoming a police officer. And that sounds quite a big kind of a 180 turn kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, I was already helping out in the youth ministry and just kind of serving as a youth leader, and took some students to camp. And the next day I was supposed to drive down from camp for the day because I had my final test to go into the law enforcement, and just had to pass that, and I was in. That was a Saturday. Friday night, we just had this great camp night, response, worship, all of those things. and I was walking forward to pray for our students. And for me, it was a bit, mostly what I was feeling inside, but almost just close as I could to audibly hearing God's voice of him just saying, this is what I have for you. This is what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life.
That's awesome. I love that because you had a plan set out for your life, and then in a moment you kind of like this light bulb switches on. So for if anyone's watching out there at the moment that don't know what you should be doing in the future, that is okay. You don't have to know yet. If God has got a plan for you, and he'll let you know what that is.
Well, when I was younger, we went to a Catholic church, and I always went to church, but I never knew who God was, and I never had a relationship with him. I was sort of there because I had to be there. And then we stopped going for a while, and that's when we found Audacious. And then once I started going there, the kids team really sold into me. And that's when I started knowing who he was and knowing the plans that he had for my life. And then I went into high school and I started Audacious Youth. And then a lot of the leaders there as well at youth have just had such a big impact on my life and have helped me to realise what's true and what's real in my life. And that's how I'm looking at them and looking up to them as role models. That's how I started to learn different things about the Bible and what God says about me.
Now, I'm not going to apologise for the size of this next question, I guess. But and again, we're not talking careers advice. You don't have to tell me like I'm going to do this and then this and then this. But what do you want your legacy to be?
I sort of want as I grow older, I sort of want to become a leader, like a youth leader, like just someone who people can look up to, someone who people can trust, and people who can. I want people to be able to come to me for if they want to ask me anything or if they want anything doing. I don't want to be sort of a person who people think of negatively or badly or anything like that. And yeah, that's sort of just it.
That's great. Yeah. That's good, mate. Pastor Gary, I guess what would you're now obviously now leading a church and still overseeing the youth ministry. So in whatever context you want to speak into, what do you want your legacy to be?
I think for me, it's always been wanting to be remembered as someone that loved Jesus, but also someone that to reach every young person that crossed his path, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. When the church asked me to be the lead pastor, I said I would do it, but I also told them the only way that I can do this is if I can still lead the youth ministry and work with the youth ministry for the AG, because my calling hasn't changed. I do feel like God was leading me to lead the church at the moment, but my calling was the same. My calling stayed the same. My calling was to reach young people for Jesus. And I hope that when people look back at my life, they don't remember some of the things that I did or said or anything. They just remembered that I had a heart for Jesus and a heart to see young people love Jesus.
Great. I echo that. Like, it's funny when you when we talk, we've both been youth pastors or involved in youth ministry for a number of years, more than 3 and less than 1 million. And I think it's like it's almost like an innate thing, isn't it? You want young people just to get the call of God in their life and then run after it and chase after it. It's for sure. Ji-Woo.
It was funny when I was thinking about this question, I was mulling it over for ages because I thought, like, big question, big answer. I've got to do really extravagant answers for this question. But I was thinking, because I'm kind of at the stage in my life where I'm taking things a year at a time and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with my life. So I think what the legacy that I want to leave behind when I was thinking about it is that being unashamed of my faith, kind of being the person that was not afraid to take big God risks. I think that's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind, where people can see me and be like, oh, she wasn't afraid to go after that call, or she wasn't afraid to take those opportunities and to go where God led her. Because sometimes I felt like in the past I felt afraid of certain things, like when God's asked me to do something, but like I'm growing into it now, and as I'm growing older I want to have that kind of legacy of being unafraid and unashamed and taking those risks and making bold decisions for building the kingdom of God.
Brilliant. It's great, mate. And Gabriel.
Yeah, I think legacy-wise, I wouldn't really mind what I end up doing, just because I know that with God, like, no matter what, it'll be worthwhile. Like, that journey to get there, it'll still be like exciting. It might be quite tough, it might be hard, but I know that it'll be exciting.
Cool. So here's the big question for this evening. When it comes to living the legacy God has for you, how do you stop pride or ego from taking over?
I think part of the big thing is, you know, as followers of Christ, it's easy. I mean, all of us have been in that moment where we kind of take over again, or we take the wheel, or we think we know what's best for ourselves. But what we begin to realize as we mature and as we grow is that it can't be about us. It has to be about Him. And we have to have this understanding of knowing that God has a plan for our lives. And I think Hebrews 11 is where you guys were talking about some stuff. And it says in Hebrews 11:40, I love this. It says, since God had planned something better for us, that only together with us would they be made perfect. God has a plan for us. I mean, it's in His word over and over again. He has a plan for us, and He has a plan for every single one of you. And so even myself, I look back and I think, man, I was so kind of me focused on my own self, kind of making my plans of my future and never really asking God, what are your plans for my future? What are your dreams for me? What do you want me to do? I was so focused on me and what I was going to do, and actually paying for school to go do these things. And not once did I ever stop and really prayed, God, what do you want me to do? What is your plan for my life? And I think that's such a big part of it, that as we continue to grow and mature as Christians, it would be so easy, because especially the world we live in, to focus on what do you want to do? You can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. That's what the world's telling us. But reality is, we're called to do what God wants us to do. We're called to live in His plan and His purpose. And so as much as we kind of let people speak into our lives and be loud voices saying, you can do anything you want to do, the reality is asking the question, what does God want me to do? What's God's plan for my life? Where is His future for me? And having that understanding of your legacy is going to be built in the moment, in the sense of, in one moment, you're going to say, yes, I want God's plan. And that's really when your forever legacy begins, the things that you're going to do that people will remember forever.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. G.
I think this is a big one, and I think because, well, every question that's been said, I've said this for every question, but something that can really, like us as humans, pride and ego is something that can be so huge and so sort of focused and central in our lives. And I think it's just similar to what Gary was saying. I think it's just a reminder that even though it's the plans that God has for our lives, it's not about us at all. Like, it's not about us whatsoever. It's about building God's kingdom, building His house, and making more disciples.
It's important to have that constant walk with Jesus. I think in Micah, I've got it written down, act justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with your God. And I think that's important, because if you're trying to be like God and sort of emulate that like we should, then you're not going to end up with that ego and have that in the way, just because, well, Jesus didn't have that Himself.
That's great, mate. Thanks. Good. It's good. Ryan.
I think we just need to remember that everything we do is for God and not for ourselves. And I picked out a verse which is 10 Corinthians 31, which is, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. And I feel like it is so easy to get tempted to do something else, or to get drawn away from God. But then you have to remember that everything you do is for God, and that you can't just decide if you're doing it for yourself or not. Like, for instance, like a lot of times in school, I've wanted to do something with some other boys or something, but then you have to remember that's not what God wants. That's not what God wants you to do. And I feel like that's what I think.
When you're leading people and young leaders, can you tell me about, if it's okay anyway, if you tell me about some signs that you would see that someone is like leading out of a place of ego and not out of a place of humility and doing things for the glory of Jesus? Yeah,
I mean, I can remember one time just in particular where a young pastor, and he was only 19 at the time, got his first job in youth ministry. And right now, more than any other time that I've been doing ministry, we have kind of quote unquote celebrity pastors. And so, you know, from Judah Smith, all these different guys that are out there. And this young pastor was really focused on that, and really focused on, I want to be the next big thing. I want to be the next guy. I want to be the next, youth pastor that everybody's quoting, or all of those things. And I really had to pull him aside and just say, what do you want to be remembered for? And what do you want your legacy to look like? Because right now, the way you're going at this, you're really disrupting your legacy, because you're not focusing on what God's calling you to do. You're focusing beyond what God's calling you to do. And so I think we have to remind people to really stay focused on what God's calling, what he wants you to do. And I encourage young people all the time, because I think young people kind of live lives sometimes, especially when you're 13 to 17, around that age. You're just thinking, I'm just a teenager, I'm just a kid. What I do now is not gonna have any big deal. I'll take care of it later. I'll fix it later. I'll live for God later, whatever it might be. But reality is this: the decisions that teenagers make now, the people they surround themselves with, that can have impact on their legacy, both positive and negative. And so it's really being aware of those things and paying attention to those things.
But Pastor Gary, as you're here, would you mind just closing in prayer for us, and praying for our young people in Manchester, Chester, and some Americans, Canadians, and Indians that watch our channel sometimes?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Let's pray. Father, I just thank you so much for this group of people and bringing us together, Lord. I pray that you would just use our conversation to encourage young people that are even right now building and living out their legacy for you, God. I pray that they would see the importance of finding your plan and your calling, and then living those things out in their lives, Lord Jesus. So, Lord, we just lift up Audacious Youth. Just cover all of their campuses, all of their students, Lord, that you would just use them in a time like this, especially, Father. Lord, that they would have impact on their friends, they would have impact on their family, Lord God, and you would just continue to use Audacious to reach people all over the United Kingdom, Father. We pray this right now, Lord, in your name. Amen.
Amen. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time and your thoughts tonight, guys. I'm really believing that God's going to really do something through our conversation this evening.
Well, we want to say a huge thank you to Pastor Gary for being with us tonight and sharing his wisdom. I don't know about you, but I have loved these panels where we get to hear insight from not only other youth pastors, but also our young people we're all on a journey with God, and we can all build one another's faith. Some of the things that really impacted me from tonight was, Gary saying about wanting to be remembered as someone who loves Jesus first, and someone who has a heart to see other people saved and other people being introduced to Jesus. And I wonder, for all of you out there who first and foremost love Jesus, who have you got a heart to see at Audacious Youth on fire for God and in the praise pit when we all come back together? Why don't you spend this week and pray for your friends and invite them to youth next week? I hope you're all doing really well. I'm really missing seeing you. But don't forget that even though we're still on in this weird season, don't forget that God is still at work in your life. He still has a plan for you. He still has a plan that's greater than what you can even imagine right now. So get praying, get pressing into what God's got for you, and know that there is so much more than what you can currently see. Do get in touch with us if you feel like you need to connect and you want to chat more. We are totally here for you, even though we're in this crazy season. We love you so, so much, and we are here for you. And Audacious Youth, you are world changers, so we are so excited to see who you're going to bring to youth next week. So don't forget to stay tuned, because we've got loads more coming up, and don't forget to buy some new hoodies and t-shirts. So enjoy what we've got.
Audacious Youth Online, welcome to another instalment of Truth or Dare.
So tonight on this episode of Truth or Dare, we have a return of last time's favourite, premium, gritty, glorious dog food back for more tasting. Some chilies, nice green chilies, a raw egg.
I'm going to start off with the dog food straight away.
Oh, okay. You know how I love the dog food.
Out of the Audacious Church band for Chester,
Whose singing do you like the least?
We should just change the name of this game to Eating with Lee.
You'll never know who you are, but I love you so much.
It's beef, it's fine.
Oh,
It's beef, just beef, beef stew. Beef.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's getting there, getting there. Oh, screw some on the phone. Andy Smith. For the raw egg. Okay.
This, by the way, is prison egg.
Rank these people in order of how likely you are to ask them to preach at you. Foz, Hannah, Glenn. And bear in mind, by answering this, you're rating their preaching ability. Dare you, Andy? We have the father of the house. We've got... He's thinking about it.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm mentally preparing.
Straight in.
Oh my goodness. Well played, Pastor Andy Smith.
What is one thing you would change about Cassandra?
Love her too much. The egg's going down.
I'm telling you now, I'm ratting Gareth right out.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. You've got this, go back.
Nothing about
You've had it in your mouth, I'll let you off, I'll let you off.
Oh man. What is one of Karis's habits that you wish she would stop doing?
Oh, this is actually quite easy for me.
Yeah?
How do you do this thing which goes like this? And then that goes, there's like a bubble of saliva comes out, floats around, and then pops.
Disgusting!
But then it floats.
No, it's your head on the stick, brother.
Last question, and this is obviously for the chili.
Yeah,
I'm honest with you, mate. I'm so excited to watch you eat. What's the worst thing Cassandra ever made you for dinner?
The worst thing.
The worst thing.
Oh, okay. Her cooking is amazing. One time when we first got married, Lizandre started her cooking journey with us as a married couple, as did I.
Cooking journey?
My specialty was and still is a bacon tikka masala. You don't want to know what that is. It sounds just as bad as it actually tastes. But Lizandre started cooking and she cooked us, I kind of like it now, she does it a bit better, this like vegetable mix of like peppers, onions in like a bag, shake it together, put it in the oven, come out, it's just like vegetable mush. Andy Smith.
Yeah.
Who is your least favourite child?
Yeah, I've got Ethan, who's 5 currently at the time of filming. Jesse, who is 3, and we have Benaya, who is 1. All of them equally wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
All of them presenting different challenges.
But
I'm obviously not going to answer because I don't have favourites.
oh, he loves them all. Oh. Hold the food, picture it. Quite similar, I must say. Well, ladies and gents, that has been this week's edition of Truth or Dare.
Virtual handshake, my friend.
What's up, Audacious Youth? Joyce here, and you know what time it is. Youth shout-outs. First up, I want to honour one of our Chester people, and I'll let Pastor Lee let you know more about who this Chester girl is.
Oh Audacious Youth. I am just on my way back from Asda with the prize for this week's Youth Hero of the Week. And this week we are going to Blaken. Let's go. So I've just pulled up in Blaken in Chester to give this week's winner her prize. Quick shout out to her. She is outstanding, faithful, consistent. She prays for her life group all the time. She shows up week in, week out. And get this, when we meet physically, she is on our church AV team. She is incredible. So let's go give her her prize. Lydia Cargill Bates, this week's Youth Hero of the Week. Lydia, there is your Hero of the Week care package, courtesy of Audacious Youth. Have you got a message for your fans?
Thanks so much.
Yes, Lydia, we love you. Enjoy.
Youth team member this week goes to Rachel. Rachel is consistent and encouraging. She's always up for giving anything a go. During lockdown, she's been leading the craziest life group, the North Frenzy Boys, and generally been a great human. We want to honour her faith and everything she does that isn't seen as well. Also, it's her birthday this week. Happy birthday, Rachel. How good does it feel honouring people? Well, that's been Youth Shoutouts this week. I'm going to throw it back to the hosts.
Wow, what an incredible night, right?
Amazing.
So good. It's been an incredible night at Youth tonight, but we've got more coming up for you this week. What have we got?
We have church on Sunday, which is going to be epic. We've got 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 8 p.m., which is our evening service, which is going to be a worship night.
Wow,
so make sure
worship
you
night.
tune in for that because it's going to be lit.
It's going to be a great weekend. And then also don't forget Wednesday night we have our life groups. Get connected into a life group. If you're not yet in a life group, go ahead and comment in the chat and we'll get you connected. Have a great week. But go right now to your regional calls with your regions, your life group leaders. We'll catch you same time, same place next week.
And don't forget your merch.
And your merch. See you soon.